Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you're just joining, welcome. If you've been with me all week for the 5-day energy reclamation challenge, welcome back. I'm Lynn Johnson, and for the next hour or so, we're going to talk about something that matters deeply. How you go from bone-sucking tired to actually alive. Not just less exhausted, not just managing better, actually reclaiming your life force. But before we go there, I want to acknowledge something. You showed up. Maybe you showed up for all 5 days of the challenge. Maybe you watched some videos and skipped others. Maybe you just took the quiz and joined today. However you got here, you're here. And that means something about you. You're not willing to accept exhaustion as your permanent state. You're looking for answers. You believe, even if just a little, that more is possible. And you're right. Let me tell you why I know this work so intimately. Because I've been exhausted. Not I need more sleep tired, not I had a busy week tired, bone sucking tired, soul tired, the kind of exhausted where you wake up already depleted. I have 7 children. For years, I homeschooled them all. I made all our food from scratch. I gardened. I drove kids to scout meetings, play rehearsals, soccer practice, dance lessons, and all the things a good mother is supposed to do. Every morning, I'd wake up before everyone else to make sure breakfast was ready and all the materials were prepped for our homeschool day. I checked the calendar to double check I was ready for any appointments or activities. And you know what was on that calendar? Nothing for me. Not even 5 minutes. Now, it's not that I didn't love my children. It gave me great joy to be part of their growth and learning. But I was running on empty. I told myself, just power through. Pull up your big girl panties. You can do this. And I did for years until one day I couldn't. I woke up one morning and I couldn't get out of bed. Not didn't want to, couldn't. My body had finally said no more. I had to ask a neighbor to come help with the younger children. The older ones pitched in. This went on for several days, me just trying to drag myself through basic functioning. And I remember thinking, how did I get here? I went to the doctor and they said my labs were normal. But that didn't feel right. I didn't feel normal. Here's what I didn't understand at the time. My exhaustion had layers. Layer 1 is the physical. My hormones were depleted. Years of putting everyone else first, of stress, of never resting. My adrenals were shot. My thyroid was struggling. My body was biochemically exhausted. Layer 2 is the somatic. My body was holding decades of, I'm fine, decades of swallowing my needs, decades of making myself small so everyone else could be big. That tension in my shoulders, my jaw, my chest, that was all the unexpressed, I can't do this anymore, that I never let myself say. Layer 3 is the spiritual. I had lost myself completely. I was mom. I was homeschool teacher. I was household manager. But who was I? I didn't even know anymore. And my exhaustion was all three layers screaming at once. That's when I started my journey back. Not overnight, over years. I started studying. I got trained in nutritional endocrinology, somatic trauma energetics, medical astrology, Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine. I learned to read labs, my own first, then others. I learned my labs were normal to not be sick, but not to be optimal. I needed to understand why was I so exhausted and how do I get my life back? And here's what I discovered. My exhaustion had a pattern. For me, it was a combination. Hormonal hurricane, because my biochemistry was broken. The somatic store, because my body was holding what I couldn't express. And the constitutional mismatch, because I was living against my natural design, trying to be super mom instead of honoring what my body needed. And once I saw the pattern, everything changed. I started addressing all three layers, supporting my hormones with the right protocols for my constitution, releasing what my body had been holding, and reclaiming who I actually was, not who I thought I should be. And slowly, month by month, my energy came back. Not to where it was before, which was trying to do everything for everyone, but to something better, aliveness, energy for more than just survival, the capacity to feel pleasure again, not just push through tasks, connection to myself. And from that place, deeper connection to my family. I got my life force back. And that's why I do this work now, because I know what it's like to be so exhausted you can barely function. I know what it's like to believe you just need to try harder. I know what it's like to think this is just how life is now. And I know what it's like to reclaim your energy and your life. That's possible for you too. Not through powering through, not through pulling up your big girl panties one more time, through understanding your pattern and addressing all three layers: physical restoration, somatic release, spiritual reclamation. That's the roadmap. And over this next hour, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So this week in the 5-day challenge, we covered day 1, understanding your exhaustion with the 4 patterns. Day 2, your hormones are talking. Day 3, what your body is holding. Day 4, your unique blueprint. And day 5, what becomes possible. And today, we're going deeper. We're talking about the 3-month roadmap, how you actually reclaim your life force step by step with support. But first, I need to tell you some hard truths about exhaustion. Here's what you need to understand. Truth number 1, your exhaustion is information. Your body isn't betraying you. Your exhaustion isn't random. This isn't a moral failing. Your body has been trying to tell you something. Through the crashes, through the symptoms, through the resistance to keep going the way you've been going. And most of us were never taught to listen. Truth number 2 is quick fixes don't work because exhaustion has layers. Most exhaustion advice treats it like a surface problem. Just get more sleep. Take this supplement. Reduce your stress. But exhaustion isn't surface level. There are 3 layers. Layer 1 is the physical biochemical layer. Your hormones, primarily your thyroid, adrenals, and sex hormones, the nutrients and deficiencies, your sleep and circadian rhythm, and blood sugar regulation. This is what most doctors address, if they address anything at all. And yes, this layer matters. But if you only address this layer, you'll get some improvement and then plateau, because underneath it is layer 2, the somatic nervous system layer. What your body is holding: unprocessed stress and emotion, chronic nervous system activation, and tension patterns from decades of pushing through. This is what most people miss entirely. You can support your hormones all day long, but if your body is still holding decades of stress, still in a state of chronic protection, still tense from unexpressed emotion, your nervous system will keep signaling, we're not safe, stay in survival mode. And exhaustion is survival mode. So that brings us to layer 3, the spiritual identity layer. This is who you think you should be versus who you are. The roles and identities that no longer fit. The life transitions and transformations you're going through, and the disconnection from purpose and desire. This is the deepest layer. Sometimes exhaustion is your soul saying, the way you've been living doesn't work anymore. Or you're pretending to be someone you're not. And then it's time to transform. So here's why you're still exhausted even after trying everything. You've been addressing layer 1, maybe, but layers 2 and 3 are still running the show. You need all 3 layers: physical restoration, somatic release, and spiritual reclamation. That's the work. And that work, it doesn't happen in 5 days. It happens over months, with support, with guidance, with a roadmap that honors your unique pattern. And that pattern, remember from day 1, is one of these 4. The hormonal hurricane, because your biochemistry is struggling. Maybe the somatic store, because your body is holding decades of stress. Or maybe the constitutional mismatch, because you're living against your design. Or maybe you're the transitional transformer, where you have life transition exhaustion. Each pattern needs a different approach. A hormonal hurricane needs hormone support first. A somatic store needs nervous system safety and release. A constitutional mismatch needs personalized protocols. And a transitional transformer needs support for the metamorphosis. One size fits all doesn't work, which brings me to the framework. So here's how you actually reclaim your life force. Over 3 months as a start, through 3 stages, and addressing all 3 layers. Let me walk you through it. So month 1 could start with restoration. This is where we build your foundation. Week 1 is about assessment and understanding. You dive deep into your exhaustion pattern. You do a hormone assessment beyond normal labs, uh, maybe constitutional profiling with Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and medical astrology. You get a nervous system baseline, and then you go into creating your personalized roadmap. Week 2 is about the hormone functions. It's understanding your specific hormone imbalances, using targeted support for thyroid, adrenals, and sex hormones. And you want nutrition for hormone production, along with sleep protocols and supplement recommendations if they're needed. Week 3 is your constitutional wisdom. This is learning to eat for your dosha and type. It's movement that matches your design, daily rhythms that support your constitution, and letting go of advice that doesn't fit you. Week 4 is about building your foundation. This is the integration of practices and tracking what's shifting, maybe adjusting protocols. And this is when we'd have our first group call. It's where we're sharing our wins and challenges. What you might notice by the end of month 1 is you might be slightly less exhausted. This is not cured, but stabilizing. Maybe more consistent energy. So you're having fewer crashes. Maybe your sleep is better. And starting to feel like maybe this is possible. This is moving from survival to stability. Month 2 is release. This is where we go deeper. In week 5, this is understanding your somatic and nervous system holding. So what you'd be doing is body mapping. Where do you hold? You'd get some nervous system education. Why your body holds, because it's not your fault, and creating safety for release. Week 6 is about releasing what's stored. So you learn somatic practices that are matched to your pattern, as well as gentle release techniques, breath work and movement, and then processing what comes up. Week 7 is about reclaiming your boundaries. So you start with understanding where boundaries were never set and learning that somatic no and yes, and protecting your energy as returns, and then releasing old patterns of overgiving. Week 8 is about integration. This is what's releasing, what wants to be expressed. Continuing your hormone support, because this is layer 1 plus layer 2 now. And then we'd have another group call on the somatic layer. So what you might notice by the end of month 2 is that your body feels lighter, maybe softer. That chronic tension begins to ease. You can feel sensation, not just numbness. Energy isn't just physical, it's emotional. And maybe you're starting to feel like you again. This is where you're moving from stability into spaciousness. Month 3 is about reclamation. This is where transformation happens. Week 9, who are you now? So you're doing identity work. Who were you? Who are you becoming? It's about releasing old roles that no longer fit, and then honoring the transition and creating a vision for this new version of you. Week 10 is about pleasure and aliveness. This is reconnecting with desire, not just obligation. You'll learn practices for pleasure and then moving beyond survival into thriving. What does aliveness feel like in your body? Week 11 is your vision forward. So what becomes possible with reclaimed energy? You're creating sustainable practices. so you can live your life beyond exhaustion, and you create an integration of all three layers. And week 12 is integration and celebration. You review your journey and you see what's shifted. And from there, you create your ongoing roadmap. And this is often a group call where we have lots more celebrations. So what you'll notice by the end of month 3 is you might have more energy for more than just obligations. You might have a capacity for pleasure, creativity, connection. Maybe you're feeling that aliveness, not just the absence of exhaustion. Maybe you'll find a trust in your body, a sense of, I'm reclaiming my life. This is where you move from spaciousness to aliveness. So here's how the Life Force Reclamation program actually works. So right now what you get are 12 weekly modules. These are self-paced video content and workbooks. Each module is released as you finish the previous one. You can watch this on your own time, and each module is comprehensive and pattern specific. You have 3 monthly group calls. So at the end of each month, you get a group call. So over 3 months, that's 3 calls. And these are 60 to 90 minutes each. They'll be live, plus they're recorded. And this involves a Q&A time, any troubleshooting and sharing, because this is community support. You'll also get monthly new moon and full moon calls. So the new moon is about setting intentions. The full moon is about release and integration. And you'll receive some astrological guidance for your journey. So that's 3 live calls per month, which is 15 total, 9 total over 3 months, excuse me. You also get a private community. This is optional. It's on Facebook. But this is another way that you connect with other women on the same journey. This is another place where you can share wins, ask questions, and get support. You'll also be receiving pattern-specific resources, hormone support guides, a somatic practice library, some constitutional eating guides, astrology interpretations, and supplement recommendations. As a bonus, you get a personal chart reading. So this is a 30-minute medical astrology reading, helping you understand your energetic blueprint. Here's what's important. This is self-paced, meaning you can watch modules on your own time. There's no pressure. You go at your body's pace, but you're not alone. You have monthly group calls, moon calls for ritual and community, the private community if you want it, and my guidance throughout. This isn't a course you buy and never finish. This is a journey with support even after the initial 3 months. This is more like a membership program. Some things I'd like to make sure if you're having questions come up is, what if I can't make the live calls? And that's okay because they're recorded. Will this be for my specific pattern? Yes, all 4 patterns are supported. What if I need one-on-one support? You have the group program, but you can add one-on-one if needed. Do I need to know my pattern first? The quiz helps, but we'll assess this in week 1. And what if I'm really depleted? That's exactly who this is for. So here's how you join. The Life Force Reclamation Program, a self-paced journey back to yourself. There's 2 types of investment. You can either do $47 per month, So it's month to month and you can cancel anytime, or you could do $136 per quarter. So you pay for the 3 months up front and you save $5 per quarter. For less than the cost of one practitioner visit per month, you get 12 weeks of comprehensive content, 9 live calls over 3 months, the group plus the moon calls, pattern-specific protocols and resources, community support, my guidance throughout your journey, and the bonus of a medical astrology chart reading. I was sharing this with someone and they said, that's an incredible value. Because most practitioners charge $150 to $300 per session. So you're getting 9 live sessions plus all the content for $47 per month. And because you may be listening to this today, with this webinar, I have a special bonus. If you sign up by the end of the week, so that would be the 20th of February, you can get the extended medical chart reading, which will include the medical astrology chart and how that connects to your dosha and traditional Chinese medicine elements. You'll also get food and menu idea charts on each of the different patterns and doshas. And then you get a video of me doing Qigong according to your different exhaustion patterns. And like I said, this bonus is only these bonuses are only available until the 20th of February. So now you might be thinking, I should wait. I should try to do this on my own first. Maybe later when I have more time or energy or money. And I understand that impulse. But here's what I want you to consider. How long have you been exhausted? 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? How much energy have you lost to exhaustion? Energy for your kids, energy for your work, energy for your relationships, energy for yourself, energy for life. What would it be worth to get that back? Not in 5 years, not someday, in maybe 3 months, to wake up in month 4 and feel energy for more than just survival. Maybe your body feels softer and lighter. You have the capacity for pleasure again, and you feel aliveness returning. What would that be worth? Maybe more than $47 per month. Now, I'm not going to do false scarcity with you. This program isn't closing in 24 hours. There aren't only 5 spots left. But here's what is true. Every day you stay exhausted is a day of your life you don't get back. Every week you push through is energy you're not getting to reclaim. Every month you wait is a month longer before you feel alive again. The urgency isn't manufactured, it's real. Your exhaustion is costing you your life, and you have an option to change that, starting today. So this program is right for you if you're exhausted in a way that goes beyond just tired. You've tried things and they haven't worked, or maybe they stopped working. You're ready to understand the root of your exhaustion. Maybe you want personalized support and not generic advice. You're willing to do the work over 3 months or longer. You believe more is possible, even if just a little. This program is not right for you if you want a quick fix or a magic pill. You're not willing to look at all 3 layers: physical, somatic, and spiritual, you want someone else to fix you without your participation. And you're looking for a diagnosis or medical treatment because I'm not a doctor. If you're in the first list, this is for you. Here's how you enroll. Step 1, you go to feedingyourhealth.com/register. You'll fill out the registration form to create your account, and then you choose your payment option, either the $47 per month for month to month, or the $136 per quarter, where you save $5 for the quarter. And what you should receive after that is a congratulations on setting up your account and the subscription plan, and then a welcome email, which will include a link to the private community and more information about your webinar bonuses. Now, we officially start on March 1st, but you're going to be getting the bonus modules over the next 2 weeks. I don't want to overwhelm you with everything. If you have questions about the enrollment, let me know. You can put them in the comment section or email me. So here's my invitation. You've spent, however long being exhausted. You've spent years trying to figure this out on your own. You've pushed through, powered through, and told yourself you just need to try harder. What if you didn't have to do this alone anymore? What if for at least the next 3 months you had a clear roadmap, pattern-specific guidance, community support, and someone who's been where you are and found the way back? What if in 3 months you could wake up and feel alive again? Not someday, not eventually, in 3 months. That's what I'm offering you. Will you take it? The link is in the description. Enrollment is open now. And I would be honored to walk this journey with you. Again, if some questions come up, you can put them in the comment section about the program, enrollment, whether this is right for you or anything else. Just drop your questions in the comment section. Some questions you may have are, when does it start? It starts on March 1st. What if you need to cancel? If you do month to month, you can cancel anytime. Can I join later? Yes, but you'll miss the bonuses. And do you offer payment plans beyond monthly? Right now, I currently only have monthly or quarterly. Is there a guarantee? The guarantee is that you have the month. You can cancel at the end of the month. And maybe a question you have is, will this work for me if I'm really exhausted? Yes, that's who this is for. Okay, this is taken some time, and I want to thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for the 5-day challenge. Thank you for believing that more is possible. Here's what I want you to remember. You're not broken. Your exhaustion has a pattern. And reclaiming your life force is possible. If you're ready to do this work over 3 months or however long you need with support, I'm here. The enrollment link is in the description, and you may find other emails that I'll be sending in the future coming to your inbox. The webinar bonuses are available until February 20th. And I'll see you inside the program. Or if this isn't the right time, that's okay too. Keep doing the practices from the challenge. Keep listening to your body. Keep believing that aliveness is possible, because it is. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you soon.